Olá, amigos e amigas, bem-vindo a mais um live para vocês. Hoje já falamos que eu fui ontem. Vamos jogar Minecraft dos uns Dragões, Minecraft Survival, ver o One Piece 4 e 5 episódio e por fim um Overwatch. E eu estou muito bem, mas estou um pouco cansado. Eu veio acordar agora, quase eu fiquei atrasado do live. Eu vou abrir o. Vamos lá nisso, eu já não sei qual é a missão agora. Tem que pular, ter no guarda e vir. Mas já ouvi o principal, se calhar. Ai. É, então aceitei.
A stranger? Welcome to Kelvin's Cairn, true home of the legendary.
What do you mean,
Well, though Bruner was.
My name is Katra, and I'm looking for a group of people and monsters. Have you heard anything about anyone working with chalky-skinned creatures that have bones and spines poking out of their flesh? Maybe a wizard in a mask?
Don't know about any wizard and haven't seen. Before the trading caravans from our cousins, they were all over the place with the tales, but there's been sabotage, murder, and people just up and disappearing. Oh, and some people had talked about glimpsing a new small folk they think.
At the risk of jumping to conclusions, that sounds at least similar to what you witnessed in your home. Not to mention that the small folk she mentioned sound like the star spawn Gru we have encountered.
Yeah, it's definitely. Thank you for the information. We'll get out of your hair and.
Boss, we're under attack. Some creepy pale things with spikes coming out of them. They're swarming our guard posts.
Friends of yours?
You could say something like that.
They must have finally tracked us down. I knew they would eventually come for my soul as well as my body.
How many are there, and how didn't we see them coming?
The scouts didn't even have a chance to see them. Things just appeared right in the tunnels, behind one of our sentry posts.
Get the workers and civilians into the deeper tunnels and call up the rest of the garrison. You follow them to the shelters until this is cleared up.
You kidding? Like I'd miss a fight.
Your funeral, kid. Follow me.
Olha as pedras estão aqui. É só original. Eu não consigo correr.
They're after a human.
I think that's all of them.
Indeed, but we have not seen the star spawn anywhere else in the Dale. If they were transported specifically here, that implies that they were coming for us.
How do you figure? They could have attacked us any time.
Maybe not. No one saw you in my cave when the cultists attacked me. It could be that they did not know who had my soul after losing the coin that held it. If they had known that you carried my soul, then that wizard in the mask would have either killed or captured you to take it back when he found us in Wizard Edro's tower.
So they've somehow figured it out since then, and have some way to find or at least track us.
That would seem to be the case. We should leave. If more pursue us, I do not want innocents caught in the fighting.
Vair, that actually sounded rather generous and thoughtful. Downright altruistic, actually.
Just get us to Mithril Hall quickly. If we stay in one spot too long, it will make it all the easier for the enemy to attack us. We do not know what their capabilities are. For all we know, this invasion was either the entirety of their force, or but a tiny fraction of their army.
Good point. Yeah, we should go.
Só pra poder agora. Vamos ver. Podia montar. Eu não sei pra onde.
Need a lift?
The journey
Okay.
out of Icewind Dale is slow and treacherous, the snow hindering your progress with yetis taking advantage of your predicament. Still, after repelling a few raids, you manage to round the spine of the world, feeling the fresh, warmer breezes rising from the south as you turn east and skirt the foothills as you make for Mithril Hall. You keep the fetid, troll-infested swamps of the Evermoors to your right as you near your destination, climbing the last slope in the mountain shadow and passing through the dwarven city's main gates, hoping to find the lair of the Starspawn.
4. Epa! Ei. Essas teias. Aí eu não tenho cavalo. Aqui. Eita.
Lots of guards on duty. It certainly seems that something has the dwarves on alert. Whether it has to do with us.
Ah, tá falando sério.
As bad as that could be for the dwarves, it was a long way to get here, and I don't want this trip to be for nothing.
Agreed. Though I will
Tem
be
que
more
esperar
than happy
pela
to be
fila.
seized. We've only just arrived, and already I cannot help but feel trapped.
We'll get in and out as quickly as we can. Just tell me if you start having problems, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Stay behind the line, please. Please stay behind the line.
Eu passei criancinha.
Behind the line. Next. Next.
Ei.
Step forward. Next. Step forward. Next.
What's going on? What are you doing?
We're trapped. Get us out, Kadra. We are easy targets here.
What's happening? What did I do?
The precautions would mark you as dangerous. You'll be detained, examined, and questioned.
Why did they say I'm dangerous?
Our wards indicate that there's been tampering with your mind or soul. There's a foreign entity inside.
Again? How many times will our simple presence be a cause for suspicion or study? This is growing tiresome.
Do you have any explanation for this?
I don't know.
If I did, we would not be having... Either way, you'll be detained until we finish evaluating you. Our commander's on the way to address this personally.
And how long will all of this take?
That is for our commander to decide. You might not be allowed to leave at all.
So you're the one who set our alarms to screaming like a goat that's been cornered by a mountain lion? Fenrir, I don't feel like wasting our time here, so cast your spells and let's get on with our lives. If you resist his spells, he will know. Submit to them, or we will use more invasive and painful methods to get what we need out of you.
I would suggest...
As a dwarf casts his spell, this, however, is more direct. This seems like a fairly reasonable request. No reason.
Good. The first...
I've got a dragon.
I am not on the verge of a...
Well, that...
Yes, but...
Right. Surprising as all of this is,
We're here to just...
saving the world before we go in...
Well, make...
I am... So these pale things, we had thought that they were bad. As for whatever has taken...
So what do you plan to...
Kill it, of course.
But you are willing to let...
I am. If you succeed, you have spoken of overcoming...
I would not salivate.
Yes, you would. Because of your confidence and because it is right, our scouts have tracked these starspawn to us.
That's...
However, confidence to make sure that you are... It will be you against, say, 3 of our best...
3 against 1 seems a bit unfair.
The ones I have in mind.
Very well.
Excellent. In that case...
Shaba take you, Tordek.
I would never let that happen.
And I would let her.
You're free to go now.
Wait. Eita, temos uma armadura nível 4. E a espada também é nível 4. Isso. Hoje é o diamante. Oh! Pensava que não era na elite, mas esta. Ok. Isso.
Remember, this fight determines whether you even have a chance to save me and separate us. Not to make you panic or cause undue stress, but this might as well be a matter of life and death.
Yeah, right. No pressure. Thanks.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Uh-huh. Sure. Well. Well, I'll be. Wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it myself. Guess Tordex saw something new and was right. Again. I should know better by now than to second guess him. Anyhow, I'll send word along that you've passed his test. Once you're patched up and ready, speak with him about whatever it was that got you down here in the first place.
Ah, there you are. I heard the good news. I suspected that you would at least make a good show of things, but even I'm impressed to hear that you defeated all 3 of the warriors I picked. Perhaps you can save your friend after all.
So, what now?
Now I am going to send you with a squad of soldiers into the Underdark to invade the lair of a relatively unknown foe. We have a very rough estimate of how many Starspawn there are, but if there are any cultists or prisoners, they have stayed within the ruins. I have already made the arrangements and my soldiers are moving ahead to further scout and prepare for the attack. Before you leave though, you should wear this. This will prevent anyone from scrying on you, like the cultists probably did when they found you at Kelvin's cairn. Don't want the evil little vermin to see you coming now, do we? Now get going. You have a dragon to rescue.
Ai! Subi. Aí, esse aí do ponto. Vou dar uma olhada. Essa nada mal, não é? Estamos bom, estamos bom.
Need a lift?
Agora de salvar vendo.
Need a lift?
Though perhaps awe-inspiring upon your first visit,
Need a lift?
returning to Candlekeep now almost feels like coming back to an old friend. The library fortress, though still imposing, promises shelter, safety, and perhaps still has adventures to offer.
Tinha razão, eu tudo. Assim, ó.
Need a lift?
Despite the looming demonic invasion, Mithril Hall seems little different than it was the last time you visited. Then again,
Foi usado
considering that they were on high alert due to Starspawn back then, perhaps a state of emergency simply never ended for them. The sense of tension among the bustling, industrious dwarfs certainly has not diminished, at least.
Sigo. Onde eu posso encontrar esse quadro? Casa.
Mithril, the precious metal for which this dwarven kingdom was named, is exceptionally rare in most of the world. Lighter and stronger than steel, warriors and artisans across the lands clamor for it. Mithril Hall's seemingly endless supply of the legendary material is brought through here, and it is in this room that mithril ore is melted down and purified into the metal that has made the dwarves here wealthy beyond most people's wildest dreams. The hundreds of dwarfs that call this mountain home need thousands of gallons of water to slake their thirst. These aquifers were built to redirect snowmelt from the mountain's peak. As the ice turns to water, it drains down hidden tunnels into the halls below. Unfortunately, smaller monsters find their way in through these channels, but they are more of a nuisance than a danger.
Sim. Eu nunca vi esse lugar.
Without sunlight, there is little plant life in the Underdark. Instead, mushroom forests like this one sprout from decomposing material. Creatures come to feed on these mushrooms, and those creatures are eaten by predators, and then new mushrooms grow from what is left over. They are not too different from forests on the surface in that regard. Just don't try to eat them, is all. There are many bizarre things in the caverns that honeycomb Faerun's underground. Portals to other worlds, colonies of walking mushroom people, and then there are more mundane sights like giant pools of filth and sludge. That's what you're looking at here. Don't breathe through your nose. Neither the dwarves nor the drow know who built this inverted tower or to what end. All that we can say for sure is that mind flayers are drawn to it and may have their eyes set on establishing an outpost here. Perhaps it's best to stay away.
Tá tudo contrário. Tudo pra cima. As pessoas sumiram. Chatinho. Aqui está ele. Então é por isso que eu vim para aqui.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Nervous? Yeah. To help make sure that you don't have to deal with too many bad guys inside, my squad and I will cause a distraction and draw as many enemies as we can into a battle outside. We chose a good spot to attack from, but we don't know how many are in there, so be quick. Doesn't matter how good we are, if we get swarmed, it's over. So, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, let us go first then. Once you hear us starting to fight, you go to that side entrance over there. Good luck.
This is a little too familiar. The cave, the star spawn, and again I cannot fight. No. This is different. This is not what happened last time. We are not the victim. We are the hunter. We are the hunter.
We've got this. Just bear with it. This will be over soon.
Explorar. Ah. Todo esse tempo tava aqui. Nossa. Eu tenho que explorar. Mais. Não consigo entrar. Ah, eu já entraram e eu não. Não consigo entrar. Eu não consigo entrar, isso é o problema.
Natural caverns like this riddle the Underdark. Many are home to the strange creatures that live down here, though some rub up against where the barrier between worlds is thin. It is in such places that creatures from other planes can slip through, such as elementals and demons.
Ai! Eu deschoquei em mim. Venha para aqui, o seu maldito. Deus. Porra, porcaria! Eu deito fora e abaixo. Desgraçado. Não sei o que eu tenho que fazer. Explorer the goodies criar. Contra and the body e derrota eu não achei nada. Um minuto. Pronto. E mais? Eu vou dar uma olhada então.
One benefit of living in the Underdark is that the tunnels are seldom cold. Sitting so far beneath the world's surface, the Underdark is heated by the planet's mantle and the magma flows that make it. Some of those flows come to the surface, making small underground volcanoes such as this, where creatures of fire are drawn to the heat.
Já não era aqui. Tô procurando. Ah, não. Não achei nada. Isso, ali em cima tá aqui uma pedra. Meu pai. Deixa que pode ser lá fora, não. Pode ser lá embaixo, eu não consigo apanhar. Ai meu Deus. Não tem nada. Pensei que ia começar meia área. Não consigo encontrar. Preciso do cavalo. Tá falando sério? Acabou de entrar aqui e eu já fui pra aí e não entrou. Eles trollaram o quê? Safado.
I did everything you asked.
That's not you. That's someone else. It's someone else.
What more do you want from me?
What is that? Get us away from death.
An exchange. A sleeper to awaken. For the awake to enter the dream.
You're here to help us, right? You're not like the rest of them. You're not like the rest of them.
I'll get you out of here.
You're not like the rest of them. The ones on the road.
Have you seen a dragon here?
The dragon? Yes, it does. Sometimes it would just...
Where is it?
It's up on a cliff way above the rest of the cavern. But the only way you can get there without flying is through a portal that...
How did you get here?
Some rogue man in a mask found me a while ago. He did something, told me that I wanted to bring my family to him. Well, I did want to. I don't know. He doesn't. I still don't know why I brought. No.
Thank Helm, Tom, Timora, and anyone else who might be listening. I didn't think anyone would come for us.
Eita, foram todos capturados.
We're starving. Some of us have been disappearing.
Hey, yo.
Katra, is that you?
Neri?
What are you doing here?
It's a long story, one we don't have time for. Have you seen the dragon? Do you know where it is?
Yes, they live on a ledge high up in this cavern. They never let us see how it works, though.
Also, Neri, where are my parents? Are they still alive?
They were taken away some weeks ago and never came back.
They could still come back. Provided that you are...
What have you done with my parents?
Your parents are alive. When my kin found you in the frozen north, we would have offered... We have no more use for... If you did so...
Katra, do...
I have my parents.
Not mine.
Your body?
And you're not thinking...
I won't fall.
Get him, Katra!
Derrotei. Eita, eita, meu Deus. São minhocas.
Annoying. You will come for the greater rot, I see. Our time for the worms is not yet right.
São tantas minhocas, meu Deus.
In the course of his eternity, but the swarm is impatient. They are eager to show you the waking world beyond this dream. They still yearn to eat your eyes so that you can see the truth of the universe.
The monster has stopped caring if we understand it, I think.
I see that you come for the greater art. Yes. Yes, I will enjoy that struggle.
I always knew something was wrong about them, but that... I thought it was human at first, but... You need to lead us out of here, right now. I will organize the prisoners, and you will show us the way.
No, not yet.
Excuse me?
I have to do something here first. I made a promise, and I think fulfilling it will also keep those monsters from ever hurting people again. Besides, there's a battle in the cavern, and the soldiers on our side can't protect you until it's done.
But you... We have to... Very well. I will organize us as best I can and find a place to hide or barricade ourselves that isn't... this. We'll see if we can find any other captives while we're at it. You just make sure to come back alive and come back quickly. You hear me?
That's the plan, yeah.
Now, finally, after all this time, we have defeated that creature in the robes, and now I can get free again.
Yeah, almost there. You ready for this?
No, I'm sick, terrified, and furious, but I want this done already.
That makes the two of us, including the sick part.
Good luck.
Thanks.
I had hoped not to trouble my lord.
Dá pra falar se ainda tá vivo?
Foolish meat as yourself, but if one of us cannot fulfill our master's desire, then the other must. Once you have been eaten and your flesh given to our master, once both of your souls have been expended, you will see our truth and join us.
Eu tô me ocultar esse dragão, tá falando sério? E agora... Ai, meu Deus, eu vejo.
Now, Contra, use the rod now.
Eita, voltou a pegar um diálogo.
Are you okay?
Contra.
Vair, it's over. We did it. I can still feel you, though. Can you hear me?
Contra. We are still connected, but not.
was an entertaining stumbling block. A curious and enjoyable show. I will not stop you. It is clear that this attempt to bring my world's enlightenment to your limited minds has been rejected and foiled. However, I would give you a parting gift. If anything, just so that there is still something left for when my master and my greater self finally step out of your kind's dreams and into this reality.
You okay?
Yes, an interesting dream for sure.
Fala sério. Eu voltou pra baixo, não foi?
What's happening? I can still feel you, but all I feel is fear and pain. Where are you? Katra! Oh, thank all the divines you're safe!
My child. I thought that you were...
Those spies.
Worst. I can't believe that you...
Are you hurt? What do we have to do? Your father's a bit of a wreck seeing you again, and I can't say I blame him, but we can manage whatever you need of us. I'm sorry, but I think my friend is really hurt. I have to find him. Just have everyone follow me.
Conta bem o que aconteceu. Mas aonde tem... Mas tem que ir aonde? Até aí, ó.
There you are. That was one of the most harrowing fights I've ever endured. Worthy of a song, and you should have seen how many of those wretches we cut down. But I never want to do that again. I'm considering an early retirement after that. Sorry. I saw the dragon run by. It didn't see us, and I wasn't sure if it was friendly or still under the cult's control. So, we decided to wait and see if you could explain things.
It's Vair, but something's wrong. He's hurting. Did you see where he went?
Aye, he's right outside. Just be careful.
Vair, what happened? Talk to me. What can I do for...
Esta destruição.
Katra, come on, wake up. Where? Easy. It's hope. Where? You're with us. You're safe. The demons! Where are the demons? Shh. There are no demons. It's just... I saw them. I saw... Vair. What happened to him?
I am here again.
What was that? What did we just see? Why are you not in your body?
The creature of worms forced that vision into my mind. It was Maddening. I did not mean to return to your mind and expose you in the first place. It's simply... I am sorry.
It's okay. It just... What?
Yes. We felt and saw the same. However, the last scene...
What does he have to do with it?
Even if you could not understand the message, Demogorgon is coming, and he will bring his...
Demon Prince.
Not much. The second, Menzo Baranzan, is protected...
It would be a mess?
Yes, to say the least.
That's not exactly good.
Maybe, but I fear that the vision will return.
Okay, that...
Use the rod, then.
Okay, then. This is going to take a long time. He can only move for a little while before he needs to rest. Can you still escort all of us out of these tunnels and back?
It's an inconvenience, no doubt about that. But I'm more worried about being... Really watch your backs.
Okay, thanks. All right, then. Let's get...
Never in all my days did I think to see a dragon in Mithril Hall. Not after what Shimmergloom did to this place. Inviting one to stay with us, though. Preposterous. Yeah, here we are. Fengir tells me that even though the body is healed, every time Vair attempts to re-enter his body, while the vision is still fresh in both his brain and soul, it causes the brain itself to start tearing apart. Fengir, what do you propose to fix this?
Unfortunately, the soul would reintroduce the... Honestly, this is a fascinating outcome.
Thank you, Fengir. That means this will... Now, according...
We aren't sure. We think it's...
And what other...
we...
Actually, Tordek, the priest...
Well then, in that case we...
Hey!
Well, if it is information we need...
We know someone who might be able to help.
Good. Let Feng...
Well, who's this helpful soul you've met?
That's the one.
Who was that, bud?
It was Archmage Thesserai, Sage of Magic and Candlekeep.
Wait,
Yeah, maybe I should have...
And you can just contact him whenever you...
Well, not really.
Still, he would even... But
Sage Thesserai? This is Katra, the one with the...
I hope that you aren't using this stuff.
We may have something of a...
Oh, please.
To make this as brief as possible, we found the Rod of Alignment and were able to put Vair back into his body for a little while. But there was a complication, and his soul had to come back into me. However, we learned that there's a significantly larger problem on the way. Apparently, Demogorgon has found a way to enter our world and is about to tear open a portal from the abyss.
The Demogorgon? The Demogorgon, as in the sibilant beast, as in the two-headed monstrosity that could single-handedly end any given city if he sneezed at the wrong time?
Yeah, that's the one.
You're joking.
No, not this time.
Oh. That isn't exactly promising news. Before I start preparing an escape portal to literally any other plane of existence where he is not, what do you need from me?
Well, we were hoping that you might know how to beat him, or at least be able to find out.
Well, the obvious answer is to find a holy relic of commensurate power, and kill him with it. However, those are few, far between, hidden and often unbelievably difficult to get to. It could take months just to find one powerful enough, and then there is every chance that should you manage to claim it, whatever god blessed the relic in the first place will decide to be a jerk and withdraw their power from it just because they don't like how you butter your toast or something else equally arbitrary.
We might not have that kind of time in the first place. Do you have any other ideas?
Aside from running away, make a new one.
Pardon?
Make a new sacred weapon, or at least something that can emulate his sacred weapon's properties. That could take just as much time, though, so you would need master craftsmen and powerful enchanters to help you.
Well, how good are the dwarven smiths of Mithril Hall?
Some of the best in the world. If anything, the mithril they mine there would be a very valuable ingredient for the weapon. That is, if we could get any. Why?
I think you two should talk. I'm probably just going to slow things down.
Me? Hello, Sage Thitzerai of Candlekeep? I am Fengir Gearden, wizard in charge of magical defenses and research in Mithril Hall. Katra handed the stone to me. Well, first, I wanted to say that I am an ardent supporter of the Avowed and would give my beard to visit Candlekeep's libraries, but perhaps we should, for now, focus on the approaching Demon Lord. Ah. Right. Uh-huh. I eagerly await your message. He wants to talk to you again.
You two debated for ages. Hope that was worthwhile.
It was. I'm not much of a craftsman myself, so Fenrir's input is important. Still, even once I send the weapon schematics and inscriptions to him, the dwarves can only do so much. They are phenomenal builders and quite capable with magic, but we want the best if we can get it. Have you ever heard of the Moonwood?
No. Should I have?
Maybe. It's near to Mithril Hall, and the elves there are rather skilled spellweavers. Even if they do not know how to create the necessary enchantment, they will know someone who can.
I'll leave to find them right away.
Good, but one last thing. Even with this item, I'm sorry to say that you're rather small, pathetic, and squishy against something like Demogorgon. Did you find that storm giant I directed you to? What happened to them?
They had the rod like you said they would. And then that they would keep an eye on me or something. Said they thought I'd be in the middle of important things.
Well, you do seem to stick your nose where it doesn't belong, so that's apt. Tell me her name so that I can contact her. You will want some capable allies to join you in this fight. People or things that can hold their own against something strong enough to uproot trees and won't get in your way like the average soldier.
Her name is Nalkra, but she doesn't care about small folk problems.
Well, maybe Nalkra will be willing to lend a hand in saving the world as we know it. Now, excuse me, there is still work to do.
So apparently, we could theoretically just kill Demogorgon if we were strong enough, which we're not, and send him back to the Abyss that way. Our best option now is to use a holy weapon.
I could have told you that.
No one asked you. I'll be getting further instructions and specific schematics for how to make our own holy weapons soon. Once they're here, we have our work cut out for us.
Understood. Find the best weaponsmiths and crafters that we have for this project. I am not about to spare expense or take chances when we are trying to kill the next best thing to a deity. Good. That took longer than I would have liked, but better than finding out later that our best defense against Demogorgon is flawed and about as useful as a pickaxe without a handle. Now, take this. This letter of introduction was signed and sealed by our king. Seek Moonvines, a settlement in the Moonwood, and give this to the elves in charge. It explains the situation and should secure you an enchanter. Now that the cult is no longer a threat, Mithril Hall's gates are opening again. You can get to the Moonwood by going alongside the mountain until you come to a ravine. The trees you'll see on the bridge's far side are your destination. Good luck, and be quick.
Agora tem que ir onde? Devemos ir. Vou passar mais rápido.
The Underdark's deep gloom made Mithril Hall's lighted caverns seem bright as day. Finally stepping out into the sunshine again after so long, the world is blinding. You squeeze your eyes shut, waiting for them to adjust, as you listen to the breeze drift over the mountain and feel it brush against you, enjoying the first fresh live air you have felt in what feels like years. When you can finally open your eyes again, the view down into the plains and the green forest makes you smile, and you're ready to swear never to go underground again as the surface world beckons.
I have not been among elves in nearly a century. Dragons and elves have much to learn from each other and share great respect, but there has always been a tension between us, ever since the war that saw the elves overthrow dragonkind's rule.
Wasn't that war over 1,000 years ago?
Some wounds run too deep. They will always remember
Momento
what
tô
my kind did
esperando.
before the fighting, and my kind will remember their actions in the war. These are pains that each of our children inherit.
Finalmente já temos a armadura.
More with each generation.
That's relatable. Anyhow, where do you think their leader is?
They might not have a set leader, but I would guess that whoever is at the center of all things and looks the busiest is a good bet. Or you could always just ask around.
Nível 5. Armaduras são nível 5.
A human? I must say that it has been some time since one of your kind ventured. I have come from Mithril Hall with an urgent message and a letter from the king. The king himself? That seems...
Nivara's gentle expression turns stern as she reads. When she is done, she looks at you and...
We have had some... Watch my body. I'm... That was not pleasant. Nor exactly expected. All right then. Well, in that case, you need a weapon powerful enough. Well, while both of those are deep.
Why can this never...
There is a temple deeper in these woods. One dedicated. I have a nasty suspicion there's a Indeed. For the temple is guarded by a sphinx. Well, she is a guardian. That's not entirely encouraging, but I don't have much of a choice here. I'll try. Good luck.
What excellent news. Not only is making the weapon we need to save Faerun more complicated than expected, we have to face a temperamental monster who may decide to kill you regardless of whether you pass her tests. Wonderful.
Just be glad that the two of us can puzzle out her trials together. I hope you're good at riddles, Vair.
I am not.
While I have you here, would you be willing to investigate something for me? I will, of course, pay you for your services. What do you need investigated? The elves of Moonvines have reported seeing strangers in purple robes traveling. We have also noticed that the old... I can do that. Thank you. Be safe.
Eu tenho que encontrar um tempo. Então, não,
The elves claim that this part of the forest touches the Feywild, allowing some of that otherworld strange magic to seep into our own. No one can say whether the trees come from the Feywild, or whether the Feywild's influence transformed them. But either way, these crystalline trees grow like any other, and produce fruit that the locals consider sacred.
Seu com caça. Pensar nisso. Sim, olha só.
Something about this small lake puts you at ease. This part of the forest seems quiet, peaceful, and the animals sense it too. All manner of creatures come to drink here or rest on the banks. Though peace in the natural world is short-lived, and soon enough the visitors must leave to re-enter the dangerous wilderness. Whether these outlandish mushrooms are the product of the Feywild's influence, or whether they are simply one of this world's many oddities, is unknown. What is known, though, is that while various animals graze on these mushrooms, you most certainly should not. The results would be unsettling, with poison being the least of your concerns.
Eu acho que... Obrigado.
There. That looks like where we might
Aí
find the
que eu
Gynosphinx.
sabia que estava certo, primeiro.
Gynosphinx. It is the word for a female... Oh, never mind. Just keep your eyes and ears sharp, lest she ambush us.
O dragão? Ah, não. Sabe, era...
Well,
El
guess we
leão.
don't need to worry about her sneaking up on us.
Hello there! Haven't had a visitor in a while. My name is Sunamati. I'm the guardian of this temple and so pleased to make your acquaintance. Who might you be?
My name's Katra. I've come to ask for your help.
Of course. That's all anyone ever wants of me in this place. Never mind that I might want some company on occasion. Has no one considered paying a visit just to say hi?
Well, you do have a reputation for eating your guests.
Only those that deserved it. Can't blame me for getting rid of bad house guests. All right then. What is it that you want?
Faerun is about to be invaded by an army of demons led by Demogorgon.
Oh, yes. Heard about that through the grapevine. Nasty business.
We had hoped that you might be willing to help us get the Moon Maiden's blessing to empower a weapon with the magic and strength to send Demogorgon back into the abyss.
Oh, well that's a reasonable and noble request. Perhaps I won't eat you right away. I am rather peckish, but I can wait to hunt or until you mess up my trials.
No chance that you're willing to help just because the land is in peril and both you and your goddess don't want to see us all perish in flame and madness?
Oh, no. No chance at all. Nice try, though.
Okay then, so what are the trials? What do I have to do?
First, you must answer my riddle. I have cities but no houses, and I have forests but no trees. I have oceans and ponds and streams, but no fish, or at least so it...
Here, you have any idea?
I cannot say as I have much practice with...
Ancient Faerun?
Oh, sorry. That isn't quite the... Still, you get...
Wait, you're not going to eat me?
Not yet, anyhow. Why?
Well, I got the riddle wrong. Doesn't that mean I failed?
Heavens above! Oh, can you imagine how terrible riddles would be as a test of work? No, instead we test the soul.
Excuse me?
Oh yes, I can see both of you in there. I've never seen a dragon's soul and a human's all crammed into a tiny container like that before. Looks anyhow, when you are—
How encouraging. I think I need some time first.
All righty, I'll be here when you're ready.
I'm ready. Begin the trial.
Splendid! Now. Oh, right! Forgot to mention that there is a bit of a cleverness test involved here, but I'm sure you'll breeze through it. Oh, and the things you'll see. They aren't real per se, but they are true.
Not real, but true. That's not helpful.
I think being vague and unhelpful is part of the territory for Sphinxes. Regardless, we should begin.
Sim.
Miserable war has persisted for long enough. I have destroyed the petty tyrants who insisted on continuing this conflict. You will agree to peace and uphold it. If you do not, then I will.
Fire? What was that?
That was one of the first times I forged peace between two warring cities. When I was a young dragon, they live amicably.
Okay, but did you have to start killing people to accomplish that?
The rulers were greedy.
Sounds kind of like you just replaced—
Perhaps, but it was for the sake of—
Okay.
Vai, está pra lá sério.
Please, why will you not help us? You are our best hope at stopping the Black Dragon.
Your concerns are not mine. It is not my place to interfere in your affairs, nor those of other dragons. Now leave. I do not like being bothered.
But many of us will die if we fight him, and if we surrender, others will die still as he treats us like livestock.
If you do not want to be treated like cattle, do not act like cattle. I will not warn you again to leave.
You let them fight a dragon by themselves?
Heroes eager to slay dragons appear around—
And did they beat the dragon?
No, but—
But you could have saved lives.
It was not my place. They needed—
Then why did you get involved with the city?
Like I said, I was—
But they didn't fight. You kept—
And I kept the cities from growing. The people in those cities might have...
Assuming they survived the conflict in the first.
Gift.
No. Darkness is not my mind. It is my own. Turn to demons. Demons. So many. To darken the sky, please. Caught and anchor me. No, this vision will break them. Sharing the vision. Yes, share the vision. No. Voices. The darkness will destroy them. It hurts so much. Don't! After everything they've done for you. But you were a dragon. Your life was more important. Yes. Yes, you need me.
What can I do for you? That wasn't an accident. You chose to make me see that horrible vision, the one the masked man put in your head. You told me it was an accident.
I was not thinking clearly.
You knew that it would hurt me, could shatter my mind, and you did it anyway.
I was afraid and in so much pain.
But what? But you're not as important as I am? But you didn't need a say in this. You didn't even think to ask before you decided to risk my life, my sanity.
I said that I was not thinking clearly.
Really? What I saw seemed clear enough. That wasn't just selfish and dangerous, Vair. I came to help you when I could have left you in the caverns to die. And you forced me to see something that even you couldn't handle.
I thought that you could handle it, with the both of us sharing...
Oh, really? Because you sounded pretty uncertain in that memory, and I heard a few solid arguments about keeping that nightmare to yourself. Instead, you decided to dump it on me without warning. I still get headaches when I remember that, and I'm probably going to have nightmares of that thing you showed me for years.
I said that I am so...
I want you to be quiet, okay? Just for a little bit. Let me pretend, at least for a little while, that I don't have some invader in my head that's just using me for their own ends. Just leave me alone for a bit.
As you wish.
That was certainly dramatic. But I think that I've seen enough.
So are you going to eat me, or what?
No, you may have the blessing of my lady.
Good. Where can we do this? I want to get everything over with.
Bring the craftsman and anything else you may need back to this altar tonight. We shall grant you Selune's power under the light of her moon.
Here is your weapon. The tool that will send Demogorgon back to his smoking pit, Ethilsnag. The moon's bite. Keep it close and aim it true. I have enchanted many blades and oddities over the centuries. This one I shall remember keenly, though I should warn you. The enchantment is powerful, yes, but it is impermanent. It seems that Selune was only willing to temporarily grant her favor. The enchantment should last through your contest against Demogorgon. After that, I cannot say for how long it will remain.
It seems that the Moon Maiden either does not trust us, or that she is simply careful about the powers she lets into our world. I can respect that.
Right, because it's not your place to interfere unless you feel like it. I remember. If you have any business to attend, do so quickly. Otherwise, make for Mithril Hall.
Obrigado por subs!
You can best prepare for the final battle there. Vair?
Katra?
I would have done it, you know.
Done what?
I would have taken on the vision of Demogorgon with you, if you'd asked. But you made that choice for me instead. I thought we'd shared something, you know? I thought that even more than sharing my body for so long, suffering that terrifying, mind-breaking experience together was... It felt like we'd grown together. I thought it was a sign that we were there for each other, that we could lean on each other to get through something like that. But you didn't trust me. You didn't share anything with me. You took away my decision and used me. I was just a means to an end, and in the moment, that's all that mattered to you. You were more important.
Katra, I am sorry.
Really? Every time you say that, I can't tell whether you're trying to convince me that you regretted what you did, or whether you're trying to convince yourself. You got what you wanted. How sorry can you really be?
I made a mistake.
Maybe you do regret it. But I'm the one who has to live with the consequences.
Sorry. Seis. Deus, ficou tão escuro. Que é tão escuro.
I had heard you were returning. Was your mission successful? Do you have the weapon?
Yes. Though its enchantment will only last long enough to send Demogorgon back to the Abyss.
A shame. I'd hoped to study or keep it for emergencies. Still, it is what we need for this emergency, and we can be thankful for that. But that's not why I came to see you. I found you to tell you that Endundravayr's mind is both healed and warded against the psychic damage that the Starspawn's vision could inflict. If you two are ready, it should be safe to attempt transferring Endundravayr's soul back to his body.
Good, I'm sick of sharing my head with him anyhow.
If that is how you feel, then yes, we should do this sooner rather than later.
Right. Well, I cannot say as I blame you. Come to the arena when you're both ready.
Sumiu. Pera. Eu pensava que era embaixo.
Are you two ready?
No, considering what happened last time, but we should do it anyway, and soon, please.
Yeah, let's get it over with.
Then use the rod whenever you like.
Well, you alive? Did it work?
Yes, I can still remember the vision, but it is no longer painful, and thinking on it does not threaten to bend my mind until it snaps.
Well, at least that makes one of us.
I am even weaker than before, though. Or rather, my body will not move as I command it to.
We were afraid that might happen. Whenever something influences the mind, it could affect the body, too. It may be some time before your coordination returns, though the impediment should be temporary.
At least you've got your body back?
Yes.
Will you help us fight Demogorgon?
I do not think that would be a good idea. If my body will not cooperate, I will probably just get in your way.
Right. Of course. How should we prepare for this fight?
Beyond what you've already done? Well, that's up to you. Though you should visit the keep before you go. It seems that you have some friends who have come to us in our time of need. Granted, they have a stake in this too, but it is heartening to see such formidable figures standing against the darkness. The spellcaster there will be able to tell you more about our battle plans.
Oh, good. I was wondering if anyone would come. Having their help is reassuring. I suppose this is goodbye, then?
Only if you do not make it back. I believe that you will.
Right. I'll just, see you then, I guess.
Right. Well, until then.
Well, hello again, Gatra. Didn't expect to see me again so soon, did you?
No.
Yes, but well,
Does that mean you'll help us in the fight?
Absolutely! Besides, this is my world too.
Thank you, Tsunamati, really.
You're quite well.
Todo mundo estão juntaram.
Ah, there you are. I was wondering if you would show up. We need...
True. But if I'm being honest,
Yes, well, for all my talk of running away, I'd rather... You'll owe me a favor after this, though.
How about we consider...
Fair enough. Anyhow, tell me when you're ready to go, and I will bring us to the battle.
I'm ready when everyone else is. Let's...
Well, speaking for myself, I'll never be ready. He's coming. Get ready.
We have not seen this in quite some time.
Not since our imprisonment in Watcher's Keep, Amul.
I would not count that dungeon as the surface.
Then I have lost track of how many centuries have passed since we last saw Grimm, or felt the material world's stone beneath our talons.
You forget the Underdark, Arthurania, and that arrogant drow sorcerer who allowed us through to his city.
Such a brief journey, and without even a glimpse of sunlight.
The battle world.
Yes, and the destruction. You do not look like you could provide such entertainment, even all together.
Indeed not. Rather than die here, you would be better served in joining us. We will spare you if you all join us.
Or would you simply prefer to die?
We could even provide some options.
Crushed in our arms.
Torn apart by our claws.
Eaten for our delight.
Oh, that last one does sound good, Arthurania. Do choose that one.
How about instead you just go back to the abyss where you came from? Or lie down and let us slay you if you need some help getting home? We won't even charge you for the trip.
Ah, we tried, Amul.
So we did. And how reasonable we were.
Yes, at least this way we do not have to wait before we start the killing.
You shall all suffer the abyss.
I'm not really sure what this spells out, but here goes nothing!
Your resistance is pathetic. Bow to me! Bow before the Lord of the New World!
By the grace of Selune, I shall slay thee!
That one actually hurt. Let me return to me.
Finalmente. Já estamos.
The end of all things. For Oblivion.
Oh no.
Finish him.
Be strong, comrades. We cannot break here.
No, not yet.
We only just arrived.
Curse you!
We will find a way back when we do. We will fight.
And your descendants. Back into the very
Well, I think I've had enough of these ruins. How about everyone else? Right then, just a moment. We're saving one last teleport in case everything went pear-shaped. Was tempted to use it a couple of times there, if I'm being honest. Okay, maybe every time one of his heads looked my way, but no matter. Right then, I would say it has been a pleasure, but I will be having nightmares about that for probably the rest of my life. Still, I am glad that I could be of aid. Just, please don't ask me to do anything like this ever again, alright? Have a good life, everyone!
While I would not shy away from another such battle if the need arose, I otherwise share the wizard's sympathies. That will be burned into my mind for the rest of my days. That being said, I was right about you, and I still feel that you have an interesting life ahead. Perhaps we shall cross paths again. Who but the oracles and divines can say? Farewell, Katra.
Wait, what? Everyone's leaving already? I wanted to see if anyone wanted to keep in touch. Maybe write each other. I could use a pen pal. Well, if someone willing to deliver the letters anyhow, I guess. Well, maybe I can get the elves to come visit me sometimes if I promise not to eat them too often. Don't you be a stranger either, alright? Now that you've passed the trial, I'm not even allowed to eat you. So I won't hear any excuses about why you didn't stop by if I meet your soul in the afterlife a century from now. Take care. Toodaloo.
Oh no. No.
You came after all. Why?
Do you really not know?
Well, not really, since we're not sharing my head anymore.
This is my world too, child. The affairs of small folk and those of dragons are one thing. The end of all creation at the hands of a demon is another entirely.
Now that Demogorgon has gone back to the Abyss, does that mean that—
No, I'm afraid not. That being said, there is nothing else in the Abyss so powerful as him, and nothing else near his size and strength could have made it through. Whatever demons are left will cause havoc where they can.
So, what will you do now?
Demogorgon was not the only demon to come through the rift today. I imagine that many will be rising from the Underdark. I will seek out my contacts, old friends and allies, to spread word of the danger. I have been away too long as it is, and should check on them. But I will come back. You will hear from me, and perhaps when you have had enough adventure, I can find wherever you have settled and keep an eye on you too. In case you ever need someone to talk to, at least.
As Vair looks at you, waiting for your answer, you remember everything that you have experienced together, all that you have endured as a pair. But you also cannot help remembering how hurt you felt, how betrayed, when you learned of Vair's choice to endanger you. Still watching, Endan Dravair awaits your answer. The next thing you say will determine your relationship.
Yeah. I'd like that. I really would. And you'll always have me there to listen to you too, okay?
Thank you, Katra. It is strange. I have never had a companion for more than a few days, not in my entire life. Now, though, it is hard to imagine living without one. I am starting to sound like a puppy that cannot stand to be without their owner. How undignified.
Everyone needs a friend. Or at least someone to talk to.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that is what the younger me was missing when I made so many mistakes. I had no one close to me to tell me that I was wrong. Be safe, little one. There is much to do, but I will be back. Until we meet again, farewell.
See you soon. Well then. Might as well get some use out of this thing while it lasts.
Gostei mesmo. Tô armadura comigo. Eita. Eu deixei esse no chão. Então vamos aqui. Ok. E uso. Você está bom. Você... Graças. Ai. Olha, obrigado, amém. Pegar o gargano. Sim, já sabemos que é o papel. E o mapa? Não tem nada, o mapa é burro, deixa aí. Meu Deus, eu gastei tudo. Ah, sério. Meu Deus, o que aconteceu com as vacas? Tá tudo pra cá, não anda pra lá, tá com medo o quê? Os meus peixinhos estão pra... Também. Acho que eu tenho a mágica da vida. Yes. Sim, já. Vou precisar. Olha, já segue. É a luz que faz. Isto que faz a luz. Poxa. Almofada. Já está bom. E depois eu vi a outra peça. Depois vai terminar a live porque eu agora vou cancelar porque eu vou sair de casa mais cedo. Não, por isso não está. Vamos ver onde peça. Já vimos, não está. Lembro, está a olhar. Quatro e cinco, aqui está aqui.
Para deserto, este sítio está repleto de comida. Você é o cara que estava no bar.
Vou tirar o microfone. No escuro, não é? Pronto. Eu desliguei o olho por causa do filho. Aprovado, vou deixar vocês ouvir. Gostei mesmo, foi triste. Depois passamos a sexta-feira para outra, vou tentar se eu consigo fazer. E obrigado por assistir ao meu live. Manda aqui os servos no Twitch. E tanto. E antes foi cancelado. E o privado, tchau.